Welcome back to another live stream, but this one is a bit different. We're doing a Saturday night live stream, and to be honest, it's just because the girlfriend's ditched me tonight and I couldn't think of anything better to do, so I thought I might as well stream for you guys. But no, really, basically, that is true though, to be honest. Firstly, I will admit that is true. But secondly, I always think there's just a bit of a lack of action on a Saturday night on YouTube. Everyone streams on either a Saturday morning or a Friday night for the deadline. I obviously have my transfer plans on a Sunday. Andy does a stream on a Sunday as well. But Saturday night, sometimes we want to react to the football and even sometimes look ahead to the upcoming game week, and there's just nothing like that at the moment. So I thought, do you know what? Let's do a little bit of a stream. We'll see how it goes. If it's super unsuccessful, we won't do it again. If people enjoy it, maybe we will do it again. I will just warn you, I live in the middle of the city centre in Nottingham, and it is Saturday night for Halloween, and it has been so loud. And just before I went live, there was loads of people honking their horns, people screaming. So I apologise if my microphone picks up any of that background noise. If you are watching this back as a video, make sure to smash the like and let me know in the comments if you are enjoying the stream and you want me to do this again. And if you are live, let me know where you're tuning in from. No, I'm not doing a Halloween stream because I'm not doing a Halloween stream. I'm not doing a Halloween thing because, to be honest, I'm not that sort of person. I go out occasionally, but my kind of idea, after this, I'm going to order an Indian takeaway and maybe watch a film. And that is my idea of a good night. So there we go. I'm an old man. What can I say? I'm an old man. You know, you guys knew that anyway. You already call me like 40 and 45. So good to see a lot of the regulars in the chat and some people that we haven't seen before as well. FPL Pickle in the chat, good to see you. Frosty, how are we doing, Frosty? I was literally talking to my girlfriend about you. When was I talking? Like yesterday, and saying I haven't seen Frosty in a while. I should check how Frosty's been. Marcus, put the heating on. I know I've got my Sherpa on, haven't I? So no, it's nice and cozy. It's the winter. It's nice. Darren Burke, let's go All Blacks. Yeah, apparently I'm doing this during the rugby. I don't actually watch rugby, so embarrassingly I didn't even know there was rugby on. So apologies for clashing with the rugby, but I know a lot of people won't watch the rugby. So how old are you, Ross? I'm 26 years old, despite looking a lot older than 26. I'm 26. This stream should be a surprise. I know, surprise stream. Here we go. Right, do you know what? You don't want to look at my big old face for much longer. So what I'm going to do is, this is how I'm getting on so far. I've actually only had 4 players. Right, Maddison, Son, Saka, Trippier. But we'll talk through them and we'll talk through the game week thus far. And basically, I'm just going to answer some of your questions as well. And I thought we could also look ahead to the games tomorrow and make some predictions about what do we think the scores will be for the games. So, firstly, Friday Night Football. I have been banging on and on all week about how I wouldn't be selling Spurs assets, and in particular, I wouldn't be selling Son. And with respect to my advice, it couldn't have gone much better, right? Both returned, but Son was definitely the one that's more of a goal threat. I would say that Maddison sellers are quite unlucky, because if you look at the data for Maddison, it wasn't that great. 0.12 XGI. So Maddison's performance wasn't terrible, but it was a little bit uninspiring. Son's data, great, but one of those was his tapping goal. So both Son and Maddison didn't look great that game. I think Spurs, they looked relatively in control, but they didn't look as good as they have been in recent weeks. And maybe you can count yourself a little bit unlucky if you sold either, but this is it. Like, Spurs don't need to score lots of goals for Son and Maddison to get returns, and that's what I love about them, is that they are involved in such a high quantity of Spurs goals. So, yeah, I'm not going to sell Son for the foreseeable future, if at all, this season, right? 20-pointer, 14-pointer, 14-pointer, 10-pointer. And a few people have been saying that it's because it's a nice run of fixtures, and it has been, but Son actually blanked against Luton and Sheffield United and returned against Palace, Arsenal and Liverpool. I genuinely think, I don't think it's a myth at all, I genuinely think Sonny is better in the more difficult fixtures. So when I look at these fixtures coming up for Son, I don't mind them. Like, I really don't. Especially this game here against Villa. Wow, that's going to be a game. And honestly, watching Wolves versus Newcastle today, which we're going to discuss in a second, at Molineux, Wolves are an attacking outfit that will push up the pitch and leave space for Son. Newcastle so nearly caught them on the counter so many times. I genuinely think these 2 games here are beautiful for Son. This isn't ideal, but you can't have everything, can you? And obviously City away is not great, but I like these 2 here. So yes, really nice from Spurs. Obviously, Saka only getting an assist and a 5-0 win. Didn't look great. 0.06 XGI. to be honest, it was just the NKETIAH show, wasn't it? NKETIAH was unbelievable. If you took a punt on NKETIAH, let me know in the live stream and let me know in the comments. But I don't think many did. Praz, if you watch Praz over on Black Box and, not Black Box, over on The Wire and Scout, Praz actually took a punt on NKETIAH, and I love that. I love seeing people rewarded for taking risks. We got a super chat from Dave. Says, thank you, Ross, for all of the FPL content. Thank you very much, Dave. I wasn't expecting any super chats tonight, so thank you. And another super chat from Shazam says, not a Halloween stream, so why a mask? Outrageous. Thanks for streaming on a boring Saturday, by the way. I appreciate it. And I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. Even though you've insulted me. So yeah, Arsenal 5-0 win, massive. Sheffield United are diabolical. I'm very sorry if you're a Sheffield United fan. They are comfortably the worst team in the league. So great fixture still going forward. Yeah, just Saka and Martinelli didn't do an awful lot. It really was the Eddie Nketiah show. So yeah, I am happy holding Saka going forward. But if we look at Saka's data, apart from when he gets a pen, it's not great, right? 0.16, 0.06. He still doesn't look quite there. And we know that Saka and Martinelli are better with Jesus in the team. So I am happy to have Saka. I'm actually contemplating benching him next week, though, because of the difficulties that I have with having so many players. But it was okay, right? At least he returned. And if you were someone that did like Maddison to Saka, it didn't massively pay off, but at least it didn't backfire horribly. So, yeah. Kind of a bit of a mixed bag, I suppose. And then Trippier, I've just watched this game. I watched the entire game. Wolves were excellent. That is probably the worst game I've ever seen from Kieran Trippier. He was terrible. But what is funny is he put up 0.57 expected assist. Right? So even in one of his worst games that I've seen in a long while, he could have picked up some returns. But he just kept giving the ball away. He got booked. He looked very tired. I think Kieran Trippier will be benched soon. That's my wild prediction on this Saturday night, is that Kieran Trippier is going to be benched soon. He just looks so shattered. Like, he really does. The whole Newcastle team looks shattered. And I worry that they've got such a thin squad at the moment with injuries. They've got lots of games coming up. It may be that Newcastle continue to struggle a bit. I mean, I know they've just put 4 past Palace, but yeah, they look tired. So we'll see. They looked poor midweek. They look poor this weekend. Let's see if that continues. But yeah, I wasn't impressed with Trippier at all. And to be honest, I've been saying that all week. Not that I expect Trippier to get 1 pointers from now on, or 0 pointers, I should say, but that I expect him to struggle a little bit more than he has been in recent weeks. I'm not expecting 18, 12s and 10s at the moment. Just the fixtures aren't there. And like I said, Newcastle have got a very thin squad at the moment. So we'll see. Obviously, Charlie Taylor on my bench getting a 6-pointer wasn't ideal either. But that's how my team's done thus far. I've obviously got double West Ham tomorrow, double Aston Villa, and triple Liverpool. So I still have a lot of players to go. And there will be a transfer plans video tomorrow as well. But that's how we've got on thus far. Got another super chat from Romanji. It says, is Hwang for Jensen worth it? Yeah, I'd bring it. Hwang looks really good at the moment. I really like Hwang. I have Gabriel, Cashew, Doggy, Diaby, Son, Saka, Jensen, Salah, Watkins, Haaland. Cheers from Illinois. In all honesty, I have no issue with Hwang, right? It's not necessarily that I have an issue with Hwang, but I do still like Adingra. We're going to see whether Adingra plays and how good he looks tomorrow. And you might be watching this back laughing at me if he does terribly or he doesn't play. But I just think the fixtures that Adingra has is so much better, right? This run here is lovely. Alternatively, even a Palmer could be really nice if you're looking for a cheap asset. He was very unlucky. Look at this. He had 1 expected goal involvement without pen. He didn't have a penalty there. 1 expected goal involvement in the game against Brentford. He was very, very, very unlucky today not to walk away with at least a couple of returns. And yes, I like Hwang. And Hwang, to be honest, he was brilliant tonight. I don't know what his data's like. I haven't checked yet. 0.53 again. Really good data from Hwang. And the fixtures aren't terrible. Game week 11, Sheffield United. It's great. But I just think this run over here isn't quite as good as some of the other assets. But Sheffield United's good. Fulham away is fine. Burnley at home is okay. Forest at home is okay. So there are some fixtures in there which are okay for Hwang, and I don't mind him as a punt at all. My only concern, if you didn't see, Neto pulled his hamstring tonight, and I think Pedro Neto will be out for at least 4 to 6 weeks, based on the fact that it didn't look good. And how are they going to look without Pedro Neto in the team, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be the same attacking outfit. So, yeah, I think I'd prefer a Dinger and Palmer, but I don't mind Hwang. Have you wildcarded? Yeah, I wildcarded in game week 8. This is my team at the moment. So this is how we're looking for this week. You're going to look at my... I'm going to ask for your help in a second. You're going to look at my bench and go, what on earth are you playing at? You've got Maddison and Trippier on the bench. But who do I bench? Right, I could bench Darwin if we think he's going to miss out. I could bench Saka. And I could play Trippier. I could bench Maddison and Gahey. Like, I just don't know who I'm benching at the moment, to be honest. Maybe I just don't back the Newcastle and Arsenal game. In all honesty, watching Newcastle tonight, I want to play Saka. And that's why I then dropped Trippier. So at the moment, my bench looks like that. But, I mean, it's bench boost territory. I would love to know in the comments and in the live stream, do you think that is bench boost territory? It's not far off, is it? Someone's asking, how did Saka get an assist? So basically, the rule is, if the deflection or the goalkeeper's touch or whatever didn't take the ball away from its intended destination, then it will be an assist, right? And what they've actually set a precedent for, let me see if I can find the tweet. It was from, let's have a look. It was Rafinha, intended destination. Let me see if I can find the tweet. Here it is. So this was the tweet from FPL in April 2022. So it was a similar sort of situation. After review, the assist for Leeds goal was awarded to Rafinha. The touch on his cross did not deviate it away from the intended destination. And the precedent that they set in this tweet is that his intended destination was the 6-yard box. Right? They didn't say that it was a player. They said 6-yard box. And I would argue that Saka's intended destination was probably the 6-yard box, and the goalkeeper's touch didn't really deflect it away from the 6-yard box. So whilst it might not have necessarily, although I think it was close, have been intended for NKETIAH, I think it ended up in the rough position that Saka intended it for. So I think they set this precedent with Rafinha, and I think whilst there isn't perfect consistency, based on this, I would say that Saka deserved the assist. And that's not just because I own Saka. It's only 3 points. I would be honest with you guys. I'm always honest. I think that is an assist. Based on the rules that they've set. Is it an actual assist? Probably not. But based on the rules that they've set, I'd say it actually is. So I think that's why Saka got the assist. David Toff with the super chat says, should I accept top 10k dream is over? 106 points behind. I don't think so, no. I don't think so. 106 points is a lot. You're not going to catch up 106 points in the next 5 to 10 game weeks. But across the next, how many game weeks do we have left? Like, what is it, like 28 game weeks? Absolutely, you can catch up 106 points. But yeah, it's not easy by any means. But I wouldn't give up on that now, no. People just saying nonsense, that's rubbish and stuff. Like, I'm not saying the rule is good, but hopefully... I mean, some people are so blinded by who they own and don't own, they can't see it. Like, there will be some people watching this, sadly, that don't own Saka and they just can't see it. I'm not saying it should have been an assist based on what I think the rules are. I'm saying if they've set a precedent that the intended destination can be a 6-yard box, I would argue that the keeper's touch didn't really take it away from that intended destination. That was it. But yeah, maybe that shouldn't be the rule. That's a whole different... Deciding the assist rules in FPL is a completely different topic of discussion, I think. But yeah, Saka was largely anonymous. Didn't really do much at all in the game, did he? I think owners are quite unlucky. Non-owners are quite unlucky that Saka didn't blank, because he really didn't do much at all. That being said, he did come off, and then Arsenal got a penalty. If Saka was still on the pitch, he could have been coming away with like a 14-pointer, which would obviously be very, very harsh. Yeah, let me know if you're watching this in the chat. Gabriel? Does anyone own a Gabriel? I think you're fine still. I think it was just a little bit of rotation, but not ideal really, because he doesn't need to be rested, does he? Doesn't need to be rested. Sorry, chat. The old girly. If you are enjoying today's stream, please do smash the like. If you're watching live, definitely smash the like because it pushes the stream out to some more people because YouTube won't like me for streaming at a time that I don't usually stream at. So do make sure to smash the like. Right, let me answer some of your questions then. What are we saying? If you do have any questions, drop them in the chat and I'll get round to answering them. Yeah, I definitely could bench Darwin this week against Luton because if he plays against Forest, I mean, I still expect him to start against Luton, but if there are any doubts, maybe I just play Maddison. FPL Pickle says, my friends say hi. Hello to your friends, FPL Pickle. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying your evening. Darwin hat-trick, you reckon? Darwin hat-trick? Did someone say Darwin hat-trick? Do you know what? I'll take that. I would absolutely take that. Wait, Darwin hat-trick in this week or next week? I'd rather it this week because if we go back to my team, I do need a masterclass from Darwin. I need an absolute masterclass. I also need Alvarez to behave himself. If Alvarez could behave himself, that'd be wonderful. He's not going to though, is he? We'll do some predictions in a second for the games tomorrow. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous about Man United versus Man City. Super chat from Ben says, own you Doggy and Gabriel, Dan Burn with 0 coming on. That's tough. That's tough. I've seen a lot of people, Charlie Taylor coming on. I've seen some people with some bloody Mbeumo hauls. By the way, Brian Mbeumo. Should we talk about that, man? I love Brian Mbeumo so much. I started the season with him, got a lot of his hauls at the start. I sold Brian Mbeumo. When did I sell Mbeumo? It wasn't on my wildcard, was it? It was before that. Or was it on my wildcard? Some of you will know my team better than me. Yeah, I sold him on my wildcard in Gameweek 8. So not fantastic. Wait, what's he done since then? Because he's got a 14 and a 13 pointer, hasn't he? He blanked in 8 at least, but then 14 and 11. So I did own him for this little spell here, which wasn't ideal. But I got him for his 16, he's 7, he's 8. I do love Brian Mbeumo. I do. I'll be looking to bring him in, but I don't think now's the time, in all honesty. Not here. No, you don't bring him in here. 14 onwards, right? Luton, Brighton, Sheffield United, 3 great fixtures. Yes, he blanks in 18, but then Wolves, and we're expecting a double game week in Game Week 20, followed by Forest at home. So I think this run here, owning Brian Mbeumo would be nice. But only if you've got a strong enough bench to accept that obviously he's blanking in Game Week 18. But yeah, double Game Week 20 does look likely still for Brentford and Man City. So you probably want to own Brian Mbeumo for that. Is he going to AFCON? I don't know. Let's have a look. Mbeumo. A Cameroon, I assume they are. Cameroon AFCON. Let me know in the live stream. This is why I like live streaming, because you'll tell me. Yeah, they're in. So, Brian and Mbeumo go to AFCON then. What did we say AFCON was? Good point, chat. This is why I live stream. God, you guys are amazing at your jobs. You're better than me. No, but it's still after the nice little run there. What am I looking at? I'm just looking at Salah's fixtures. It's Game Week 21 onwards, isn't it? So if we look at Mbeumo, I think it's from Game Week 21. So you can still own Mbeumo for this run here. Yeah, to be honest, that's when his fixtures start to turn around then anyway. So I think you're fine, yeah, selling Mbeumo around Game Week 20. So you could still own him for this run here. I think that's absolutely fine. Okay, plan's not completely muddied to maybe bring Mbeumo in then. I think we're still fine. Yeah, we should be fine. Mount Everest. FPL Pickle's just dropping in with insults and then just leaving again. Mount Everest. AFCON will be 21 onwards. Yeah, cool. We got him. We got it. We good. We good. Why is someone insulting my ADHD? I know you have ADHD, but please finally ADHD my question. What? Why are you being rude? I will answer your question. What are your transfer plans for next week? I don't know. I'd quite like Matoma. I don't think I need to make a transfer, though, so I may well roll. We'll see. Depends what injuries I get. I would love to know what you think. Can we cuddle when Darwin gets a hat-trick tomorrow? Absolutely. I would if Darwin gets more than 2 returns tomorrow, I will be unbearable on Twitter. I would block me. I will be celebrating like a madman. Who would you bench? Poll 1. I'm going to do a poll for the defense and the attackers. I just want to see who you guys think I should bench. Darwin, Maddison. Wait, that's wrong. Darwin, Maddison, Saka, or I suppose I could bench Bowen as well. Although Bowen has been insane away from home this year, hasn't he? Marcus says you are already unbearable on Twitter. That's just rude. Who would you bench? Poll 1. Right, chat, I've just put a poll. Let me know. And if you're watching this back as a video, I'll read out the results in a bit. Right, why is everyone insulting me? I'm lovely on Twitter normally. I have no idea what you mean. Right, let's run a poll. Yeah, who would you bench out of those players there? And then I'll run another poll in a second about the defence, because I need to just decide between Gameweek and Trippier as well. Really not sure which way to get those two around. I mean, Trippier's obviously got so much more attacking threat. Mia says Pickles rule. Mia, you are correct. Pickles do rule. I would absolutely agree with that. I could eat pickles out the jar. In fact, I have been known to eat pickles out the jar. In fact, I've got a pickle right here. That could have been sus, couldn't it? I'm not going to whip out my pickle on a Saturday night live stream. This is a pickle bought for me by my girlfriend because she also likes pickles. It looks green. Hang on a second. If I just do that. There you go. My hat's a bit wonky. Pickle. Pickles do rule. Back I go. Sorry, got distracted by the pickles. Who doesn't get distracted by a pickle, am I right? Olives are so clear. Listen, Calvin, I do like olives, but pickles are clear of olives. So that's what I'm going to say. Chat, I've actually loaded up an Indian takeaway. It's already loaded up for me right now. And as soon, about 15 minutes before I want to stop streaming, I'm going to order that Indian. And I'm going to munch on that tonight. Right, let's get back to FPL. Thoughts on Cole Palmer today and going forward? Brilliant. We just spoke about Cole Palmer. Today, he put up 1 expected goal involvement. Cole Palmer is brilliant. On pens, really good, looks nailed. My only slight concern about Cole Palmer is once Nkunku's back, there is a chance it eats slightly into his minutes if, and this is a big if, Pochettino wants to play Nkunku in the 10 role. But if Nkunku plays through the centre as like in the number 9, with Cole Palmer in behind, it could make Palmer a better option. My only other concern, though, is Nkunku was probably on penalties before the start of the season. So if Nkunku takes pens off Palmer, makes him a slightly weaker option. Archie's says, for the first time, I didn't listen to your advice. Got Hwang. That was very... Got Hwang over Diaby. Hope it continues to pay off. Does Neto injury change Hwang's potential? Yeah, good point, Archies. We did just chat about that. I think Neto is so critical to their attacking line. And a lot of the goals that Hwang has got have been assisted by Neto. So I do think it will impact him slightly. But we'll see. Maybe he'll take a more like talismanic role. And Hwang will actually get some attacking returns. You never know. But yeah, we'll see. Hwang's still a great option. Still a great option. I agree, Mia. I agree. I would agree with that statement. Feels like a Diaby brace tomorrow. That would reward... Diaby owners have been very patient, bless them. And they've not necessarily got got the returns that they deserve. I love Wilson. I love Wilson as well. Wilson and NKETIAH. There's probably someone out there in the world at the moment that owns Wilson and NKETIAH, and they are laughing. What about Maddison to Bruno? In all honesty, if I had the funds to go straight from Maddison to Bruno, I would be tempted. I would be tempted, but I don't, sadly. So, I'm annoyed I went for Saka. I wouldn't be annoyed. I wouldn't be annoyed. I think he's fine to hold moving forward. Wilson is a god. 25 points with an 8 left to play. That is pretty insane. Yeah, Wilson's your boy, isn't he? Wilson is your boy. FPL Pickle says, see you later, alligator. See you later, FPL Pickle. Thank you for dropping by and insulting me. I appreciate it. Who's the third and fourth best striker in the game? Probably Alvarez and Wilson. That's not even a knee jerk. Well, like, Wilson's data is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, Alvarez and Wilson. Probably Haaland, Watkins, Wilson, Alvarez, or I don't know which way I'd have him. Probably Wilson above Alvarez. On penalties, got the goal threat, all that stuff. Everything you would want and more. Did you watch the El Clasico today, Ross? No, I didn't, but I saw Bellingham's brace. Bellingham is just quite something, isn't he? Neto is apparently walking about, according to O'Neill. Yeah, to be honest though, Marcus, I've torn my hamstring before. You can still walk. Doesn't really give us... Muscle injuries are very different to like a ligament injury. I mean, to be fair, Van Dijk walked on an ACL injury, didn't he? So, yeah, I don't think the walking tells us too much. Saka's assist was some BS. People are so angry about Saka's assist. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm laughing obviously because I got the assist. So Bellingham's just that guy. Bellingham is him. You know, Bellingham is him. Do you hope to make FPL content a full-time job, and when? Yeah, so I'm probably in a position now where I could go full-time at FPL YouTube, which is an amazing thing to say. And it's down to you guys, so thank you very much. I could probably go full-time. But I've still got around 2 years left of my PhD. So I need to finish my PhD. And I'm also a lecturer as well. So my contract is lecturing and PhD together. So when I finish my PhD, I finish my lecturing as well. So I reckon, not the 24-25 season, but the 25-26 season, if you still enjoy watching me by then, which you might not, I could go full-time YouTube then. But to be honest, guys, this is my 7th piece of content in Game Week 10. 7 pieces. I'm basically full-time already. I'm just not, obviously it's not my only job, but yeah. Hopefully in a couple of years. Would be nice. Did you see the Harry Kane halfway line goal? I did. That was naughty. Naughty, naughty. Oh yeah, by the way, sorry, someone's just complained about the ad. I'm just trialing it in this stream. Let me know if it's really annoying when you're watching me live. I've just added a few mid-roll ads in there, just to obviously pay the bills. So because otherwise I get no money for the live stream. And obviously I'm all about the money. So, no, but I've just tried it out. I've not put it on the maximum setting. YouTube tried to get you to put an ad every 6 minutes, which I've not done. It should be an ad about every 15 minutes. But let me know if it's really annoying and I won't do it in the future. But yeah, keep me updated with the old ads. It shouldn't be too often. So we'll see. Also, just get YouTube Premium and then you don't get any ads. There we go. Is Sanchez to Johnston in Game Week 11 a waste? Yeah, I wouldn't sell Sanchez because the fixtures from Game Week 15 onwards are really nice for Chelsea. I wouldn't be selling Sanchez. I've just had 12 ads. There's no way you get 12 ads. The maximum you should get is 2 ads. Just had an ad for Willy Warmers. I hope not. That tells me more about your search history than anything, Marcus. Is it the Woody hoodie, Marcus? To be fair, I have been getting ads for the Woody hoodie. It does make me laugh. Listen, I've got to pay. I'm ordering an Indian takeaway in a second, and this will tell you how fat I am. My Indian takeaway is £30. 30. It's only for one person, so I need to pay for my Indian somehow, guys. All right, cut me some slack. Carry on asking FPL questions, by the way. Who would you get for Gordon? Why are you selling Gordon? I think Gordon's fine, but if you want to, it's Adingra and Palmer are the two that that look really good at this point. I don't mind Hwang. Has anyone noticed that ad blocker doesn't work on YouTube anymore? Yeah, it doesn't, unfortunately. YouTube are clamping down on ad blocker, which is good because we get paid more. If no one uses ad blocker, then we get paid more. So I'm a fan of it, but I know for you guys it probably sucks for those of you that tried using it in the past. No, not £30 in weight. Imagine £30 of Indian food. No, money. 30 Great British pounds. Hey Ross, how is your game week going? I can show you that. 22 points. Maddison, Son, Saka, lovely. Those three returning. Taylor on the bench, bit annoying. And then Trippier, 0-pointer. But you remember last week, this is me showing off now, my entire midfield returned. Bruno, Salah, Bowen, Son, and Maddison. So far this week, all of my midfielders have returned. They're absolutely doing the business for me at the moment. If Bowen and Salah return again, we are loving life. My ad blocker works. Yeah, so basically what they've done is they're clamping down, but certain ad blockers are still working. So, what did you order? I ordered chicken tikka madras, a tarka dal, Peshwari naan, 2 poppadoms, a portion of rice, and some mango chutney. That comes to £30. It's a bit of a bougie Indian, I will be honest. My chicken tikka madras is £12. I know. Wild. Should we do some predictions? Here we go. Right. Chat, let's do some predictions. Where would I? Right. I'm going to say West Ham Everton. What do we think? West Ham Everton. How are we predicting this game to go? I won't give you my predictions until you've predicted, because otherwise I'll affect you, I think. West Ham Everton. And if you're watching this back after the games, then you can laugh at how wrong I am. Got you on as I wash up. It's soapy. Can I be your Indian takeaway? Hey, that's cheeky. Okay, 2-1, 3-1, 3-0, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 2-0. I'm going to go... Actually, I think I've predicted on Super 6 on this already. What did I say on Super 6? I said... Look how close I was on these two, by the way, chat. I predicted 5... I predicted... Oh, you're not going to be able to see. I predicted 4-0 for the Arsenal game. It was 5-0. And I got 2-1. Spot on, Bournemouth-Burnley. Look at that. Very, very close. Where am I? Back. But for... I've gone 2-1 West Ham. All right, 2-1 West Ham was my prediction for... Whoa, that took a while to come back. Okay, 2-1. What about Aston... Bowen 4 goals. Aston Villa versus Luton. Aston Villa versus Luton. What do we think? I don't think I've predicted that one here. Everyone's going 4-0. 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 3-0. Frosty's only saying 2-0 though. 6-0 Villa. George says 5-1. Michael says 5-1. Ryan says 4-0. David says 11-0. I would go 3... I'm going to go 3-1. I know, shock horror. No clean sheet for Matty Cash. I've got a feeling Luton might grab something, but I think it will be a comfortable win for Aston Villa. I'm going to go 3-1 to Villa. So I'm going 2-1 to West Ham, 3-1 to Villa. 3-1 to Villa. Home wins for both games. What about Brighton Fulham? What do you think for Brighton Fulham? Yeah, Watkins, listen, if I'm saying 3-1 Villa, then Watkins could still haul. He could still get all 3 goals. I mean, we saw that for NKETIAH today. The first 3 goals were all NKETIAHs, weren't they? So, big up the Willers. Oh, that was like a Freudian slip. 2-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. I'm going to go 5-0. I think Brighton are going to batter Fulham. Really. Shock. This is my big surprise prediction. I'm going Brighton 5, Fulham 0. I'm going an early goal for João Pedro. And then just to slap Fulham. That's my prediction. I know. Matoma to haul. I think Adingra will get 1 or 2. I think João Pedro will get 1 or 2. And if I'm wrong, I'm loving life because I don't own any Brighton players. So there we go. Everyone thinks it'll be tight. A lot of people are saying 2-2 and 3-2. 2-2 seems to be quite a popular prediction. So okay. Right, this one's tricky. Liverpool versus Forest. How have I predicted that here? I'll have a look. Okay, Liverpool Forest. Is that an attempted jinx? Yeah, it was a fully attempted jinx. If that wasn't clear, by the way, that was an attempted jinx. Absolutely. Okay, the prediction that I've actually gone for seems to be quite popular. 7-0 Darwizzy double hat-trick. Oh, the dream. 5-0 Darwin hat-trick. Oh, if Darwin and Salah haul tomorrow, wow. Beautiful. I know I'm a Man United fan, by the way, but I'm talking from an FPL perspective. I've gone 3-0. 3-0 Liverpool, I think. 3-0 Liverpool. Yeah, I think they'll keep a clean sheet, you know. Forest have been okay, but yeah, I'm going to go 3-0. Okay, final prediction. Final prediction. Man City versus Man United. I've already locked my prediction in. I'll show you in a second. It's already on my phone. I can show you my hands are up here. I'll show you my prediction in a second. What do you think for Man United versus Man City? Gary says 2-0 to City. Thomas says 4-2 to City. 3-1 City. Will says 1-1. Marcus says 4-0 Man City. 2-1 Man United. That's what I like to see. Calvin says 3-2. Frosty says 7-1. Do you know what? The first thing I'll say before I give you my opinion is it's going to be very game state dependent. And what I mean by that is I think it will be very much dependent upon if Man City get an early goal. I think if Man City get an early goal, I think it'll be a whitewash. I've gone for 4-1. There's my prediction. 4-1 Man City. I'm hoping that it's not Alvarez and Haaland, but I have a bad feeling that it will be. But you never know. If Man United score first and then defend, you never know. You never know. There we go. There's some predictions then. We'll see how bad they are. Maybe we'll readdress them. I think we might score. So I'm going to go 4-1. I thought you were a Man United fan. I am, and that's why I'm predicting that we get battered, in all honesty. Who would you start? I want to know who you would start out of Trippier versus Gahey. Again, if you're watching this back as a video, let me know who you would start out of Trippier and Gahey. There you go, there's a poll. Four goals against Maguire. You tripping? Yeah, Maguire is the GOAT. Gay, not Gahey. Okay, Gay. There you go. Gay. I'll get rid of the gay. Does sound like I'm saying gay, but Ross here to jinx with Brighton and City prediction. That's fully what is happening here. I'm trying to jinx the City and Brighton games because I don't have any City or Brighton players in my 11. Palace don't look very good at the moment. I think they look all right. They got battered by Newcastle, which is fair. I think they actually looked pretty good against Spurs. I don't think they gave up too many chances. No way you don't start Trippier. I'm just not convinced. I'm not convinced. I just don't think that Newcastle look quite at it at the moment, in all honesty. Right, I think I might order my Indian. Because it says half an hour to 45 minutes. Shall I order it? I'm going to order it. Don't mind me, chat. God, £30 is a lot of food. I better eat all of it. I will. I'm a big boy. I'll eat that. I'll eat that food. Order and pay. It is a Saturday as well. It's probably going to take bloody ages to come tonight, isn't it? Are you watching the fight tonight? I am not. No. Eat in front of the stream. Can you imagine? We can see your credit card details in your glasses. Game over then. You can rob me. You can rob me. I might order an Indian as well then. It is. It's a tradition. Saturday night Indian. No way you're benching Saka and not Maddison. Honestly, I think Chelsea are as good defensively. Their data's... Let's have a look at their data, actually, before I start chatting nonsense. Before I start chatting breeze. Opta stats. Here we go. We look at teams, expected goals conceded. Yeah, Chelsea are very, very similar to Newcastle. Go per appearance. Newcastle were the fourth best defence in the league. Chelsea fifth. If we go at home... Oh, Chelsea aren't that great at home, though. And what about Newcastle? Newcastle are about the same at home. Oh, no, it's away for Chelsea, isn't it? Sorry. Okay. I think it's close. I think Chelsea are a lot better defence than people realise. Chelsea are as good this season as Newcastle. I know they've maybe had slightly easier fixtures than Newcastle. Although... I don't know. Don't know that I buy that. Yeah, Chelsea aren't bad. If we look at my team, because people are asking about my transfer plans. Let's say that I do roll the transfer in 11. Going into game week 12, I would probably bench Alvarez again, believe it or not. Areola would obviously be in there. It may be that this is the week to lose Darwin if his minutes still don't look great. Who's a good striker from game week 12, chat? What about a 4-game week prediction? Strikers, if we go forwards. Wilson, no, but he's got Bournemouth, Chelsea, Man United. Wissa's got Liverpool, Arsenal, Luton. That's not ideal. Oh, there's not really anyone, is there? Yeah, there aren't any strikers with the fixtures. João Pedro? If João Pedro's getting the minutes, maybe this is the week to bring in old João Pedro. Against Sheffield United at home. Great fixture. So Darwin to João Pedro. That would give me 2.1 in the bank. Maybe that's the week to... I don't know, maybe a Maddison to a Fernandes against Luton at home. I like that. Chat, I like that a lot. Højlund's just not it. I like what I see from a Man United perspective, but João Pedro for Sheffield United, Fernandes for Luton at home, double transfer. That could be the one in game week 12. Has to be Edouard. What are Edouard's fixtures? Everton, Luton, West Ham, Bournemouth. Yeah, it could be Edouard. Maybe rather than João Pedro, we go for Edouard then. And that would give us the money to do Fernandes. And then we'd still have 1.6 in the bank. There are some options there. There are some options there for sure. When's Nkunku back? I would imagine around Game Week 4, Game Week 5. Would you ever do watch-alongs for Premier League games? The issue is, I watch games on Sky Go or like Virgin Media. So I stream it legally. Don't you think I'm being sus? But I stream it because I don't have a TV. So I'm always like 2 or 3 minutes behind. And I think the chat would just ruin it if I was doing a watch-along. So it'd be kind of, you wouldn't get my raw reaction and stuff. But maybe I could try at some point. I'm actually planning on moving next year. And if I move to somewhere where I can get a TV, then yeah, maybe I will. Yusuf says, who should I get instead of Neto, 6.5 or under? 6.5 or under? Matoma. Or is Matoma risen now? I didn't catch all the price rises. Maybe Matoma's risen. If you can get Matoma before he rises, I'd go Matoma. If not, you've got a Dingra, Palmer. Hwang is still a decent option. Gordon, I still don't mind. Even though he didn't get anything tonight, I still don't mind Gordon. Are you moving back down south, or are you staying up in Nottingham? I'll still be in Nottingham. I'll still be in Nottingham. Death by ads, right? Lots of people complaining about the ads. I'll drop the frequency, but YouTube are trying to make me do them even. Like, there's literally a notification that's just popped up now, which asks me to insert an ad. So I'm doing it less than YouTube are asking. Can't stop thinking about Casino after last night's live, mate. Honestly, I ordered Greek straight after that. I didn't order from Casino, but I ordered Greek. And it was good. I only have £1, so I can't super chat. You don't need to super chat. I'm not asking you to super chat, don't worry. Chris says, play one this week. You Doggy, Mitchell, or Baldock? I would play Mitchell. Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell. Definitely Mitchell. Did Mitchell come off injured, though? Or am I making that up? Will you stream tomorrow after the Manchester derby? I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I'll do a transfer plans video. So I'll wait until the game's ended. I'll record my video. So there'll be a transfer plans video at about 6:30, 7 p.m. And you'll see my reaction to... Oh, my camera's gone. You'll see my reaction to whatever happens in the Man City-Man United game. Ross, do you have plans to bring in Haaland, and if so, when? I do indeed. I will bring Haaland back in Game Week 16, I think. Luton. I know he's got the blank in 18, so maybe I can get through these two. There's no way I bring him in here, right? There's just no way it's happening. I know people will say, what if he starts returning? I expect Haaland to smash it here, but Chelsea are brilliant defensively. Liverpool are decent enough. Spurs aren't a bad defence. Villa aren't a terrible defence, especially when it's at Villa Park. Then I want him here, though. So it really does depend. But I can't see any world in... Unless Salah gets injured or Son gets injured, I can't see a world in which I bring Haaland in for this spell here. The whole point was to go without him for a long period of time. I wouldn't have bothered taking out Haaland out if I thought I was going to knee-jerk him straight back in. Yeah, camera will be back in 2 seconds, guys. I just needed to reset it because it freezes. There you go. I'm back. Ross, if you're captaining Salah, is every goal of Watkins hurting you? Yeah. Yeah, because Watkins is owned by everyone and captained by quite a few. If you haven't captained Watkins this week, you actually want Watkins to blank, which is a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. Who do you think is the best 4.5 defender long term if you already own Gahey? Maybe like a Pau Torres. Maybe Pau Torres. Frosty says, I don't even own Watkins. Well, yeah, but Wilson smashed it for you, so you're fine. You could have bought a new camera instead of ordering that expensive Indian. Nah. Indian's more important than a good camera, eh? That's what I say. Do you get money if people are on YouTube Premium? Yeah, I still get money if you use YouTube Premium. The only thing I don't get money is if you use ad block. You're basically taking money out of my children's mouths. I don't even have children, but you are. You're my future children. You are robbing my future children of food if you use ad block. Missed my super chat. Did I, David? Oh, sorry, mate. 2-1 Man City. 2-1 West Ham. Yeah, I would agree with that. And 4-1 City, but bench Alvarez and start Bowen. Oh, I see what I mean. Yeah, because Bowen could score a brace and Alvarez could get one. Right, I feel like the spread of goals at City is a lot higher than at West Ham. So just because I'm expecting more goals in the City United game doesn't mean that I think Alvarez is a better FPL option. But I see what you're saying, absolutely. How many points are you on this game week? 22. 22 points this game week. Here we go. Ross, what are your thoughts on swapping Neto for Hwang Hee-chan? Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that. I would prefer a Dinger myself. A Dinger or Palmer probably slightly better. What do you think to Igor from Brighton? Yeah, he looks like his first choice at the moment alongside Dunk. We'll see what happens tomorrow against Fulham, but yeah. Are you currently on a green or a red arrow, Ross? I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's go. What am I trying to do? If you want to catch your live rank, by the way, and you're on Hub, there is a place to check it. So I'm on a 25k red arrow. Let me just zoom out one. There you go. And also, this is where you can check bonus points as well, by the way. People are asking how I know what everyone's bonus points are. You can't see it because it's just off the screen. But you can see everyone's bonus points live, which is nice. So I was talking about Trippier's bonus points, and a few people were asking how I knew exactly what they were. It's because you can see them live like that. So yeah, I'm on a 25k red arrow, which is fine. What does the AI recommend that my transfers are this week? Let's have a look. Bowen to Matoma. I don't hate it, actually. You can see by the graph, though, there's only a slight advantage by going for Matoma over Bowen. I think I'd prefer to just keep Bowen. I do want Matoma, though, but I think it would be for Maddison if I got Matoma in. I think Bowen's fixtures are too good to sell him. I mean, to be honest, their main recommendation is that I bank the free transfer. AI best wildcard team. That's not far off my team. Maddison, Salah, Son, oh, I don't have Haaland. I always think I've got Haaland, and then I forget that I don't own Erling Haaland. I don't think I'll ever get used to not seeing Haaland in my team. I literally said to someone the other day, I've got exactly the same attackers as you, and they was like, but I've got Haaland. I was like, oh yeah, I don't have Haaland. I always forget. I use Live FPL. Yeah, Live FPL is great as well. Absolutely great. Definitely. I've been using Hub more this year, but no, Live FPL is definitely great. Could you please do a comparison between NKETIAH and Palmer for the next 3 weeks? I mean, well, the fixtures are definitely there for NKETIAH. The data is quite similar. It's just, if you think NKETIAH will start every game, I probably prefer him. But obviously, Palmer's on pens, and I think he's just a little bit more nailed than NKETIAH. I thought you weren't checking live rank this year. I'm not really, Frosty. I'm checking it more so at the end of either days or game weeks. But I'm not like every time... What I used to do is every time there was a goal, I would check my live rank, and it was unhealthy. Also, on top of that, chat, you're outrageous. I'm not checking effective ownerships very much, because you don't actually get effective ownerships on that hub page, because I think that's a bit dangerous. I still obviously see them from time to time, but I'm not doing it as much, I guess. I'm ignoring all of your comments about me being on the hub. I'm talking about Fantasy Football Hub. There is only one hub that I use, and it's that. Who's the best Botman replacement? I still think it's Gahey. I still think Gahey's the one for me. What traits do the best FPL managers have in common? Patience is a big one. Patience and... I think removing emotion from your decision making is quite important as well. Lack of hair. Lack of hair, for God's sake. What's this other hub that you talk about? Don't worry. Don't you worry, Marcus. Oof. Don't you worry. Everyone's saying luck. Yeah, luck. You do have to get very lucky to get good ranks. You do. That's a fact. It really is. Yeah, planning. Planning is also very important to be a good manager, I agree. Patience has not paid off for me, not going to lie. I guess it's knowing when to be patient and when to move off, I suppose. Like, being patient won't always work, but sometimes it will. We'll stream for another 5 minutes or so, chat, and then I think I'll leave it there. I'm not going to do like a 2-hour live stream today because there's not enough to talk about. And I want people to be able to watch this back as a video without it being an absolute marathon tomorrow. Most likeable top 6 club apart from United. United aren't a likeable club at all. Who's the most likeable club? Do we count like Aston Villa and Brighton? I think they're both very likeable teams, but they're not like a traditional top 6 side. Somehow, probably Spurs would be the most likeable traditional top 6 side, but I don't like them overly. But Ange Postecoglou's making them more likeable. It would be Brighton or Aston Villa, but they're not traditional top 6. City. Yeah, but City just with their like 115 charges. I can't say we like City. It's not even because I'm a United fan. It's just the way that they've had their success just feels a bit filthy, really, doesn't it? Newcastle are likeable. Maybe. Ross, do you go to the gym? I do, yes. I do go to the gym. Talking about patience, I kept Mbeumo in the last 2 weeks instead of taking a -4 from Matoma. Smashed it. That's a good example of being patient, yeah. But sometimes it won't work. Like, if you were really patient with Bruno and Rashford, that didn't necessarily work. Do you think Udogie will play next game week? Should I get others for Udogie or roll? I would wait. I know you might lose a bit of value on it, but yeah, I think you should wait. I don't think it's too early to try and decide right now. By the way, if you're watching this back as a video, 70% of the people watching live think that I should start Gahi, or Gay, as apparently I've been pronouncing it wrong, and 30% think I should start Trippier. So, yeah. Tottenham are my soft spot team. I guess I hate Tottenham slightly more because I played for Tottenham for 8 years. And I didn't have a great experience playing for their academy, which is why I left their academy. But I think that's why I've got a slight distaste for Spurs. Slightly more than I should have. Also, I grew up in London, right? I'm from London. So the London teams for me, I dislike more than the Northern teams because that's who all my friends supported. Would you do Mitchell to Gay or just hope Mitchell recovers from his knock? I would just hope Mitchell recovers from his knock, personally. What to do with Gabriel? I think you just keep him. I think he'll be fine. I don't think he'll miss out very often. I still think he's first choice. I tried your paprika, avocado, and egg recipe today. Had diarrhea 3 times, and now my day is ruined. I feel like that's your fault. Mine doesn't cause that to happen. What was your negative experience with Tottenham? I just think we were just treated like machines. The coaches were very rude. I think I've told you about this experience before on this channel, but I remember there was a time when we were all called in by the coaches and they basically sat us down and said, their wording was along the lines of, you're wasting the coach's time. If you don't improve your performance, then we'll be looking to drop you, essentially. And what we didn't realize at the time is they called every player in to do that. And it was some sort of like resilience test, they called it. But I told my mum and I cried, and my mum spoke to the coach afterwards and he was like, it was a resilience test to like see which players responded well to criticism. I was 13. Like, you don't do that to a 13-year-old. And I was playing really well at the time. That's why it hurt so much, because I was like, I thought I was playing quite well. And bless me, I am a very sensitive soul. You can probably tell that. I'm quite a sensitive person. Like, I didn't respond well to that at all because I didn't want to be criticised. But there was just a lot of stuff like that I just don't think they treated. They didn't treat us very well, considering our age and considering what. Obviously, we were like assets to them. I think they could have done a lot better. I think it's a lot better now, but yeah. Show us some of your football skills, Ross. I did. Look, I'll show you. I can show you this. Videos. Look at this. You're going to love this chat. I'm going to have to go to this because the green's going to... No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Is that one? Yeah, that's the one. Sorry, I'm trying to find the video. Sorry to hear that experience, Ross. It's okay. It's fine. It's what it is. Look at this chat. This was the other day. Oh. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Was trying to score.
This was a TikTok uploaded. It's me. Old lefty. You can tell I'm left-footed. I did just hit the crossbar a lot in this clip, so bear with me. There's my right foot. I've got a bit of a right foot, chat. I didn't actually score as many goals as you would want, but you can tell. Decent. Bang. It carries on like that. It took you 4 hours to make that shot. It took me about half an hour, in all honesty, to be honest. You know, Ross, are you planning on playing in Gameweek 39 this year? Not really, mate. I don't really like a lot of the people that do it, sadly, which is a shame. But yeah, I won't be doing Gameweek 39 this year. I'll still donate to the charity, but that'll be it for me. Love these Saturday nights chilled streams. Yeah, they are quite chilled. I mean, it's like a fifth of the people that are normally in them. So it means that I'm not stressed about trying to answer stuff ahead of the deadline and whatnot. Did they teach you to take driven shots at the academy? No, actually, they were happy with more of the curved shots that I take. Where's the Indian, mate? Honestly, it says it's going to get her in another 45 minutes is the prediction from Just Eat at the moment. I'm hoping it's wrong. Sometimes it's wrong. I'll probably go in a few minutes just in case. Now we have to start rumours about who you don't like. That's pretty public, to be honest, Frosty. I've had public arguments with half of Team North, so, yeah. What position do you play? I'm a left winger. My favourite position is a traditional 4-3-3 on the left wing. Like, you know, like when there's a number 10, two number 8s or number 6s, like an attacking 4-3-3 on the left wing. That is my favourite position. I didn't really like playing 4-4-2 because I thought there was too much defensive work. But yeah, 4-3-3, left wing. You remember how the Dutch used to play? What Netherlands team was it that absolutely just... Their 4-3-3 formation was just perfect. Was it 2014? Whoever watches a lot of international football, what was the Netherlands team that was just... Was it the 4-3-3? Was that what they played? No, that was their 3... No, it wasn't that one. I can't remember. There was a Netherlands team that had the... 2010? Was it 2010? It probably was, wasn't it? What was their lineup here? Yeah, it may have been 2010. Yeah, I think it was 2010. Anyway, like I love watching attacking 4-3-3 teams. Yeah, I love watching attacking 4-3-3 teams. But mainly for that reason, I love watching the wingers and stuff like that. So, yeah, Robben and Schneider. Oh, yeah, that was the year, wasn't it? What years were you at Spurs? I might have played with you. Well, at Spurs or against me, do you mean? So I played for Spurs from the age of 8 to 15. I was born in 1997. So 2005 to... About 2005 to 2000... What made that noise there? 2005 to 2012, 2013 was when I played for Spurs. Shazam with another super chat. Thank you. You are single-handedly paying for my Indian. Saying thanks for taking the time out to entertain us tonight, Ross. Great, relaxed, informative stream. I appreciate that very much. Maybe we'll do them again in the future. Midfielders to target for next game week. I think it's going to be Mbeumo. I think Mbeumo will do well tomorrow and he'll be the big bandwagon. It will be how to get Mbeumo into our teams. That's my prediction. And if a Dingra does well, then it may well be a Dingra that people want to bring in. I'm at your door with your food. Oh, I wish you were, Marcus. I could do with that right now. I'm hoping it gets here quite soon. Right, chat. I think I'm going to leave it there then. I could carry on chatting all evening, to be honest, but I've strayed all the way away from FPL anyway, so I think we'll leave it there. Maybe we'll do it again in the future. If you're watching this back as a video, comment down below if you watch the entire thing and you'd like me to do it back in the future. Make sure to like if you're watching live. Drop a like if you're watching it back as a video. Drop a like. Make sure to subscribe as well. There'll be a transfer plans video on Sunday evening, and if Haaland smashes it, you can tune into that and laugh at me. But yeah, we'll leave it there. I'm going to go hopefully eat some food very soon, and I'll catch you very soon. See you later, guys.